Hey guys, several weeks ago I did my first installment of my fragrance collection, which I never really got back and did the rest of. So I want to continue that in this video. Before I finish off with my warmer weather stuff, I want to show you just a couple of oils that, and yes, I did say oils, they're not big bottles of alcohol-based perfume that I wear usually in colder weather, but they're small and I just sort of wanted to get them out of the way. Two of them are, they're all from the house called Alfaransi. And if you don't know the house of Alfaransi, if you're not an oil wearer, and I know most people aren't, I usually wasn't either until I ordered some stuff and bought from them. It's a wonderful little house. It's go to alfaransi.com, ALFARANSI.com, and they sell. Okay, so this bottle is about 3 mils, and it's called Baghdad, and it's a rose oud fragrance. Just a really lovely. If you like rose oud, just a really nice, long-lasting rose oud oil. This is Jakarta, and that's more like 6 mils. You can see their packaging there. This is another rose oud. I love rose oud, if you can't tell. So there's 4 more of these little ones. This is called Mukalat al-Farisi. Mukalat is just the Arabic word for mixture or combination of oils. This is a really beautiful, smoky, woody, very strong and long-lasting leather. One of the more expensive oils in the line, but beautifully done. This is called Sheikh Al-Faransi. And this is oceanic ambergris tobacco honey sort of smell, which just smells like $1,000,000. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And 2 ambers, small bottles of amber. One called, I don't know if you can really see that, it's called Amber 4000. And the other one is called Amber Afghani. This one is a really nice floral amber with flowers from India and Afghanistan, if I'm not mistaken, which smell very different from the flowers that we're used to in Western perfumery. Very beautiful, maybe more suited to Eastern noses with Eastern sensibilities, but I love wearing it, obviously. You can tell I've put a nice dent in it. So I just wanted to get those out of the way. If anyone is interested, I do have recommendations. I might be able to lead you down, give you some recommendations. The house does have samples, so you don't have to commit to a full bottle. But they have something for everyone. They have fruity scents. They have ouds. They have pure ouds mixed with other things. They have musks. They have everything. So you just go to their site or hit me up here with a comment, and I'll direct you towards something you might like there. Okay, so I want to finish off my warm weather scents. I know I have posted a review of this. This is Cedrat Enivrant by Atelier Cologne. Just sort of a minty, limey, very nice. It's sort of like Guerlain Homme done a lot better, and with certainly no synthetic tinges to it at all. Very nice. One house that gets almost no recognition. Really sad to see it too. It's a shame. that I was introduced to in, I want to say, a scent box from 2 or 3 years ago. This is from the house of Roberta Andrade. She's in Boston. She's an American perfumer. This is Tabac Blanc. Beautiful, beautiful tobacco. And a tobacco that is not heavy and woody and dense on the skin. It's aromatic and light there's quite a bit of neroli or orange blossom in it. It gives it sort of this lift. A little bit, I think there's like cedar wood, but there's definitely sort of a slightly warm honey like tobacco, not overly sweet. And it's just really beautiful. Like I said, it's a tobacco that you can wear in hot weather, which is somewhat rare to find because usually tobacco scents sort of tend towards the heavy and the dense, but not this one. Really nice. By the way, beautiful, wonderful fragrances over at just Google Roberta Andrade. And she's also someone that has pretty much something for everyone. She sells oils too, and she also sells the 60 ml things. Wonderful prices too. One of the much more affordable niche lines in the United States. Unfortunately, never gets mentioned here. So the next bottle that I have that you can tell is almost completely empty is, well, I guess there's the front. The Cobra and the Canary by Imaginary Authors. There's the side. And this is just, so I'll read off the notes in the back. Lemon, tobacco, flower, orris root, leather, hay fields, and asphalt. And you know what? If you could just distill all of those smells into one bottle, this is what it would smell like. I get, well, I don't really know what asphalt would smell like, other than like tar. And this, I don't get anything tar-like from this. But I get lemon, tobacco flower, iris, leather, and hay. I get each and every single one of those, but it's also blended very, very beautifully. I think this bottle is going on about 3 years old. And I was so worried about running out that it's also my next bottle. It's a much fuller. There we go. You can see that one has much more in it. But they changed the bottle sizes from when I bought the first one was 60 ml. This is a 50 ml bottle. This is their new size. But as far as I can tell, no changes to the formula have been made. If there have been, they're pretty much indiscernible. I love this stuff. It's like the idea of summer in a bottle. If you're sick and tired of just citrus and you want something different, this is beautiful. Just like a nice, kind of like the Roberta Andrade, a nice citrusy tobacco with some floral elements from the iris that makes it wearable, I think, in warmer months. I don't have to say too much about this, which is also almost gone. Terre d'Hermes. It's the 50 ml bottle of the EDT. I think everyone knows what this smells like, so I'm not going to say too much about it. Next, I have the Chanel Pour Monsieur Eau Concentrée. Lovely smell. I don't really know how this compares to the original Pour Monsieur, but this one doesn't last too long on me. I've heard differing things, and then they've played with the concentration a number of times, and I don't know what's going on with it. But beautiful smell. I don't reach for it terribly often. I've had it for 2.5 years, simply because it doesn't really last on my skin. Next is Body Kuros. I've done a review of this on my channel a couple of years ago. It's I don't really see it as much of a flanker of Kuros, which is just a big incense bomb to me, a musky incense bomb. This is more a little bit of mint and some eucalyptus and maybe a little bit of incense. The incense tiny, but I mean they're completely separate fragrances for me. This is if you like eucalyptus, certainly not an overutilized ingredient in men's perfumery. Check this out, especially if you like incense too. I'm trying to look for the name on this. I know it's not just chrome, because this is not the regular chrome. This is like, oh goodness. It's the one in this funky bottle shape. That's like, it bulges at the center. I don't know. Smells really nice. It's a totally trying to think of how to describe it. Generic, citrusy, a little bit aquatic sort of thing. It's nice. Unfortunately, it doesn't last very long. It doesn't get on my nerves like most scents in this genre do. For whatever reason, it's also really nice, when it's really, really hot outside, 105 degrees Fahrenheit. If you just spray a few sprays of this on your pillow before you go to bed, makes sleeping much, much nicer. I'm not sure if Zara would be a big fan of me saying that you should use it as a pillow spray, but I do. So there you go. So this is going to be the last one for my what I'm calling my warmer weather scents, and this was a mistake, I think, to buy, even though I have. This is a Declaration by Cartier, or Declaration. This is that one that has the weird, funky cumin thing going on. I don't know what, and I think, didn't Jean-Claude Ellena make this? I think he did. Anyway, usually when people say in a fragrance, this smells like BO, I never pick it up. This smells like cumin, I never really get it, or it never bothers me. This bothers me, and the reason is because I can really smell cumin in it, which does not smell like BO to me, but certainly does not smell like what the bottle presents itself to be, and what the rest of the fragrance really is. I mean, the rest of the fragrance, if you leave out that cumin note, which is very hard to do, is a sort of citrusy, not terribly unique scent. But when you add the cumin into it, I don't know. I've tried to reconcile myself with it. I mean, this is a 100 ml bottle, and I've probably worn 20 ml or so, 25 ml. I've tried. I just can't get myself to like it. So there's that. So transitioning to colder weather scents. This is Boucheron pour Homme, I want to say it's the 25th anniversary edition, with the white and the gold and the blue on top, Eau de Parfum. I also have a review of this on my channel. It's sort of like I blind bought it back when I was still blind buying. I've stopped that nonsense. kind of like a masculine rose, really, really quite strong and long lasting, with some metallic elements. It's okay. It's okay. I don't know why this is in my cold weather scents, since it's obviously not one. But this is Infusion Dome by Prada. This is the original. It's not one of the. It's not the Iris or the Cedar or the Vetiver. I think they've done about a dozen of these lines. This is just the original Infusion Dome. It smells. A lot of people think it smells like baby powder and iris, and it does have neroli and iris in it. So, not that neroli smells like baby powder, but this does have a very sort of fresh, powdery, without necessarily smelling old, kind of smell. It's nice. I don't really reach much for it anymore. This was back before I started getting a sizable collection, was when I wore most of this. It's just a nice after shower sort of thing. Here's another one from, see, I knew that was going to happen. This top, for whatever reason, is come off, and I just found out about this earlier today. Anyway, whatever. This is Boucheron. This is Jaipur. Pour-Homme. This is there are two concentrations, the EDT and the EDP. I have the EDP. I don't wear this very often because I get a sort of a clay-like note in it that really puts me off. And it's a very big fragrance, sort of like an Azzaro that I'm just going to show you in a second. And I'm just sort of shying away from those really, really, really sort of 80s, 70s fougere type fragrances. This is a spicy sort of, I think most people have probably smelled Jaipur at some point. I don't know. Just sort of an average spicy, your 70s, 80s fougere-like fragrance. I'm not sure if it technically would be called one, but. Another blind buy, back from the time when I did that, is Lidge. Remember Lidge? The famous anagram, L'instant de Guerlain Extrême, Pour-Homme. I don't think I have the nice bottle, but, it's just the sort of, it's, I thought it sounded really interesting when people online were describing it, and then I got it, and I was like, that's interesting, but not necessarily in a way that I would want to smell like it. Everyone knows what it smells like, I think. It's sort of a dusty patchouli with cocoa and what smells to me to be some ambrette seed. No one really talks about it anymore. It was the flavor of the day at about, late 2014, 2015, something like that. Now no one talks about it. And my last fragrance from this installment of my cold weather fragrances, and another big scent that I hardly ever reach for, but did wear quite a bit of, as you can tell, Azzaro Pour-Homme. It is circa 1980, I think. This is the definition of a 70s, 80s fougere. It's big, spicy, herbal, and just increasingly not my thing. But I'll wear it every once in a while. It's somewhat nostalgic. So that's my second installment. I don't know if I'm going to have one or two more, but whatever else I put up is pretty much going to be entirely for cold weather, since that's where I am in my shelf that I'm hauling out to show everyone. Hope everyone enjoys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.